Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Today is what, day 55, I believe? It's either 55 or 56. I keep forgetting. We're getting there. Anywho. Oh my gosh. So, as you can probably tell, I'm coming down with a cold. I've been working on getting this cold for the past week now. Thank you, Beth. Appreciate it. Just kidding. Anywho. It's a little after 7. Let's do a T-storm time and temp. Then we'll talk about last night, how that went. It is 7:15. Oh my gosh, it's freezing out here. It's 73 degrees. Brr. Only 30 degrees below what it was the other day. So, last night, horrible night. Oh, this cold, I couldn't sleep at all. I was up constantly. And then I get up a little bit earlier than 7. I think it was 6:30 when I woke up. Thank God I did, because for some reason Avon, South Dakota does not want you to sleep in around here. They want you up and gone. They test the alarm at 7 o'clock in the morning out here. Oh, craziness. Alright, game plan for today. We're headed 21 miles down the road to Tripp, South Dakota. It's a barren wasteland between here and there. Meaning there's no towns, no nothing. No sites marked on the maps, no nothing. It's just going to be me and the open road. And every considerate driver out there, hopefully. I haven't had very many bad ones in South Dakota. South Dakota's been really good. Downside about being in such a small town like this, there's only one gas station, and it's an old station. Who knows if they have the phone tap to pay thing. That's the only way I can get stuff now since I lost my dang debit card in White River, South Dakota at the rodeo. So, and if anybody finds that card, just cut it in half. It ain't gonna work anyways. What else? Nothing. I'm gonna get my shit packed and get on down the road. I have looked, and Tripp, South Dakota is cyclist friendly, so I'll have no issues staying at their park. I didn't think about looking that up when I got here, so I kind of hid in the pavilion and then looked. Had my sleeping situation all set up and then looked and said, oh yeah, they're good about cyclists because it's a big route, small town. They'll let you, just don't sleep in the pavilion. I don't care, I'm sleeping in the pavilion. I got everything set up. I say everything, I don't mean, well, it's not there anymore. I packed it up. I don't mean I had my tent in here. I was sleeping on the benches of the picnic table with my air mattress. Woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, had to get my dang top quilt because I was actually kind of chilly. Alright, y'all. I don't think that there's going to be much talking today because this cold and I'm going through some shit right now. So, I'm going to get on the road and I will talk at y'all later. I don't know if you guys see it, right above the sign now. It's a drone. Check that shit out. Wonder what they're doing. But he's filming me, filming him. That thing is huge. That's crazy talk. Using a drone to spray the field. Wonder where the drone operator's at. Moo cow. Why does it seem so and that much of a hill? Get all them birds to fly. Get ready. Turn your volume down for a second. Watch them. I get all them birds to fly. Boom! I think I might have startled the horses over down there too. Love them old barns. I don't know if you guys can read that sign. It says Hutchinson County. Well, the only reason I stopped is because I lived in McPherson, Kansas, which was just above Hutchinson, Kansas. Thought that was kind of ironic. Closed when muddy. Travel at your own risk. Gotta love these road signs. Alright, we're gonna keep going. We're about 6 miles out. Doing? Taking baths? Getting cleaned up for a hot date? It's a badger. There's 2 of them.
Turn
See
right
him?
onto South Dakota 37A South.
Yikes. That's the 3rd badger I've seen on this trip. First 2 I caught on film. I love it. Oh, pulling into Tripp. Now we've still got 1.3 miles to get there. Love that sign. That's beautiful. City of Tripp, population 647. Well, ain't that a trip? So I love how you come into these small towns and they all have these little city murals. That's beautiful. Alright, give you a tour of the main street. What that is, looks like it might be a museum. How you doing? I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised to see a cop. Let's see what the other side has. That one guy staring at me out a window. Idle hour? What if that was an old bar? It's nice to see all these towns have newer firehouses. A little memorial park. Tripp State Bank. There's Ron's Market. That's where I need to get my dinner stuff tonight. The only store around, really. I don't know if they have tap to pay. I'm gonna go find out real quick. Some of these old houses out here are so cool. Ooh-wee. All right, everybody. Wow, hang on a second. Even with my non-seeing ass, I could see that was smudgy. Anywho, Bank Beaters T-Storm, time and temp, 10:37, 81 degrees, feels like 82. It's getting sunny. I have made it to, this is a trip, y'all. I made it to Tripp. Ha ha ha. Anyways, I'm at the City Park Pavilion here. It's got electric. They got a swimming pool. Boy, I wonder how much it costs to go swimming. They got playground, pavilion, tennis courts, swing set with no swings, 4 RV camping spots, and a memorial park. Across the street is the 4-H grounds. I always want to say fairgrounds. They're not all fairgrounds. Baseball fields and whatnot. Looks like somebody's got a camper over there. Big boy. All right. I got 2 choices today to call home. One is obviously right here. I can sit here all day and charge everything. 2 is I can sit here, charge everything, and then go 5 miles west of town to Tripp Lake and camp out there. Now, I have no idea what it's like. The gentleman I talked to said that there is absolutely nothing there. There's no water, drinking water. There's no toilets, electricity, nothing. It's just a lake in the middle of a field. I may go out there. I don't know. I think what'll probably happen is I'll get all the batteries charged and I will head out there like I'm going to stay out there. I'll stop at this grocery store and get my dinner and snacks and take it with treats. Get my dinner and treats and take it with me out there to the lake and see what it looks like. And if it looks doable, we might just stay out there. If it doesn't look doable, we'll do a little tour of it and come back out here because this is very doable. I've got no problem here. And I already know that they don't give you any issues camping out here at the city park. And what I'll probably actually do is go out yonder. Out yonder. Who the hell am I? Go over there by the trees and camp out under the trees. Yeah, so we're not putting in any more miles today unless it's 5 there and 5 back here. But we'll see. All right, let me go ahead and get everything charged up, and I'll come back when lunch is ready. All right, guys. So after doing a little Google Maps research on this lake, I think we're going to go to that lake. It seems like a pretty nice spot. And there's one peninsula that I'd really love to go throw this hammock tent out at. So we're going to go there tonight for sure. We're going to spend most of the day here in town getting batteries charged. I got 2 dead e-bike batteries, so we're going to get both of them completely charged. And then we'll make our way to the lake. Right now, it is lunchtime. This lunch brought to you once again by you guys. You guys are helping me out a lot, big time, and I greatly appreciate it. Today, I've got tuna and avocado and flies, apparently, wrap. And I'm going to have 2 of them because I got half avocado left. So, thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see what this tastes like. I don't have a tripod set up. So, we're just going to do what we can with this. Let's see what this tastes like. And there's no way I'm going to be able to wrap this. No way. This is going to be a loose wrap from heck. Oh well. Let's dive in. I like that. Because I know this chunk like tuna by itself in a wrap, I couldn't eat. Just, I don't know. I just could not eat it. So, good news. So, I'm running low on vapes. Beth gave me this one, and I like to hang on to it. And when I want to remember good times with her and think about her, I'll pull that out and take a couple draws off of it. Which is funny because she gave it to me because she don't like it. I thought I lost it. I found it. It was in the bottom of my food bag. Why down there, I don't know. But I lost my Beats Pro earbuds the same day I lost those. Found them in the bottom of the food bag. The only thing I haven't found is my damn sunglasses. And I also found a treat. That's been in there for, maybe a week, if that. But see that in there, I was like, fuck, score. So we're doing good on food today. We're gonna run down to the grocery store later and get some more, and I'm hungry. That avocado fucking does it, buddy. Man, that's good. I'm happy. Thank you guys. Because if it wasn't for you guys that sent donations to me, I'd be having a frickin' ramen right now. I haven't had a ramen in at least 2, maybe 3 days. So thank you, appreciate it. I found a old chili ramen in there too. That's my favorite ramen. I haven't been able to find them in the stores. I didn't realize I still had one of those left. So maybe we'll do something with that one of these days coming up. Hey, you guys, get back in the boat. All right, guys, I'm gonna smash these wraps real quick. Unwrapped wraps, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy me some screenery. Today would be a good day for a adult candy snack. What do you think? I know what I'm having for dessert. We'll see you guys in a bit. Ooh, it's warm out here in the sun, y'all. Let me tell you what. Let me talk about it. Let me talk about a T-storm. Time and temp check, 12:12. 85 degrees, feels like 91. It's creeping up there a bit. I'm really reconsidering the lake possibility because of the heat, and there's really not much shade trees around there. It is a farmer's field, apparently, from before. So there is barbed wire up, and I can almost tell where the barbed wire is from the Google images on the map, but I'm not positive. We're gonna go out there either way, regardless. All right, in this park, you got the memorial. Love it. I don't know how well you guys can see that, POWMIA. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I like this one. Tripp Lake Post 142 American Legion's Veteran Memorial. This memorial is dedicated to all veterans who have served our country, preserving freedom and democracy, killed in action. A list of all the names. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some photos of this, and I'll be right back. All right, that was a pretty cool mural. I like that. The artwork on that mason, or whatever it is. It's pretty cool. All right, since the swimming pool's not open, which I really don't understand why. It's afternoon. School's not in session. I have $5 to go swimming. Ain't bad, but I just don't have the money for that. They don't clean up after a day at the pool, do they? How deep does it get? Look, like 10 foot deep on the diving board section. But these murals, I love these murals. They made this such a fun little place to hang out. Shower rooms, I guess. Ooh, it is warm. Let me tell you. Back side of this. I love what it says above this bay door here. Oh, I don't think you'll be able to see it. Daggone, son. Life is better at the pool. Love it. Wonder who did all this. Probably says somewhere, but I didn't quite see it. Trying to figure out what this is. If this is a dog pool or what. That's what it looks like. It looks like it'd be a dog pool. I bet you that's what it is. All right, let me go get some pictures of that and I'll be right back. All right, that last clip, apparently I forgot to wait till the mic came on. Oh, we're gonna walk over here to the far edge. Over here, looks like an abandoned homestead. Wow. I don't have any spray on me, so I'm not walking in this to go check it out. Old abandoned homestead there. Now, I'm going to show you guys why I really came over here. Because there's something over here that really caught my eye. I thought, man, it's a little ways down here yet. See, this is a perfect spot here for me to come. Because I can put my hammock up. Options are looking better for here. I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of being outside of town, off in a secluded area where hardly anybody goes. But I have amenities here. I can hang a hammock here for sure. I already know this. I may just end up staying here. But we are going to go out to that lake either way. Anyways, part of that abandoned homestead. Check that old beast out. Man, it'd be nice to get my hands on something like that and rebuild it. That's sweet. All right, let me get a picture of this. Wow, check this out. What is that? Is that a burl? Or is that... That looks like an old branch. That white piece was a branch that came out and it got cut off because you can still see the rings in it. Huh, pretty neat. All right, I'll be back. Oh, good thing I ain't fat no more. I can fit through them. Yay! All right, here we got looks like a tennis court. And if I'm not mistaken, the smaller one here would be for pickleball. Yeah. There you go, there's pickleball. I wonder why it's over here though, not spread out. I don't know. So, you got a tennis ball court. On this side over here, you got more spots where you could throw up a tent if you were cycling through. My understanding is that this place is very cycle friendly. So, if you're coming through, you can camp here for free, which is a bonus. There is no water to speak of. Every one of the spigots that I saw have the handles taken off of them. The only place I seen to get water is the bathroom sink. I would not trust that water because there's a reason why these spigots are turned off. What? Tripp, South Dakota, welcome to the city of Tripp Campground. Scan a QR code on each one of these poles. Sites, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have these on the electrical box. That QR code is specifically for this site. And as you can see, this one is reserved. I scanned the one for number 2. It came up as $25. That, for an electrical spot, is a deal. That's a good price. And I believe you have 14 days stay. So you could stay here for 14 days. So for $100, you could stay out here for 4 days, 4 nights. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, guys, I got some videos to edit. One video to edit, which would have been yesterday. And I'm still working on the first battery to charge. And I'm not gonna head out to the lake until that second battery is charged, which it's gonna be pretty close to bedtime then. So I gotta rethink my plans again. We'll be back. All right, y'all. It is 2:35. Decisions have been made. Are they good decisions? Who knows? We'll find out. But I just talked to one of the city park workers, and he was asking me if I was planning on staying the night because he needs to come and snake the picnic tables, because there's going to be, I guess those 2 spots aren't the only, they're all reserved. And there's going to be other campers over here. They got something going on and he needs to take the picnic tables. And I asked him about camping out here. He said, oh yeah, so, you want to camp over here? Go ahead. I was like, well, I was really wanting to camp over here. Oh yeah, anywhere. I said, let me ask you this, hammocks, are they okay with tree straps, the wide straps? Oh yeah, go ahead. I said, all right, cool. So we're gonna stay here for the night, but I promised you guys we're gonna go to the lake. So let's go see that lake. Yikes. Rock. Oh my gosh. Only a mile and a half left of this.
Turn right onto Tripp Lake Road.
Tripp Lake Road, huh? Whoa, gnarly cattle crossing. Got about a half a mile of this to go down and we'll be there. As soon as I see the lake, I'll turn you guys back on. I know you like the sound of that. Yeah. There you can see the lake in the distance. Well, you can see it used to come way back here. I mean, look, that's a dock right there. So the water's way down apparently. Well, I'm going to say I definitely made the right decision on going to the park to camp because I would be out here camping with the cows. There's literally cows out here in the water right over there. Oh no, I wouldn't be able, where they're at that point, that was where I wanted to camp. Yeah, so I wouldn't even have been able to go camp over there. Well, that's a bummer. Now I gotta figure out where can I put my bike where it won't fall down. I need to cut myself a kickstand while I'm out here, huh? All right, let me turn this off for a minute. Well, how'd you guys like that? A little drone footage for you. I know. I need to use that drone more often. I need to figure out stuff. Who was it that was asking for flowers and animals? Well, you got your animals, right? There you go. There's some pretty flowers for you too. place is pretty cool, but I definitely made the right decision by deciding to camp at the city park. A little fishing dock over that way, so there must be good fishing out here, or at least some fishing. And I don't know why that guy told me to go down that dang road. I'm not taking that same way home, I can tell you that. So that's a pretty cool little place. I like the overflow. Took the drone into it, showed you guys that. On the other side of it there, it's stamped 1934. Trippy Tipper, I can't read that. 20 proof. Boy, you're strong. Hitting the hard stuff tonight, buddy. We're drinking that 20 proof. Dragonfly. All right, y'all. I have to make, words are hard, folks. Remember that, words are hard. I have to make my way back to town before that grocery store closes. I am at that point in the funds again. Where I need to go get some. So, or at that point in the food again where I need to go get some. So we're gonna go there, get something for dinner. I'm still undecided on what I want. And the reason why I am is because usually when I decide what I want, I go there and then I'm undecided again. So we'll just decide when I get there. All right, guys, I'm gonna get everything packed up and we're gonna make our way to the grocery store. All right, y'all. I wish I could do something about this light, make it good all the time, no matter which way I'm facing, but sorry, reality kicks in, it's not like that. So I'm gonna have a salad for an early dinner. And then for late dinner, I'm gonna have a salad, but it's gonna be a different, hey, shadow, what the hell? But it's gonna be a different salad. This first one, I'm gonna use the rest of this beef jerky. And got Italian lettuce blend, red onion, cook, Sweetheart grape tomatoes, and a little bit of ranch dressing. The only thing that's going to be different with the dinner is I've got some tilapia I'm going to cook up and serve on top of it. Thanks to your donos, I'm eating good. And yeah, unfortunately, eating good isn't cheap. Why is it that? You notice that? Like, you can go to the store and buy, let's say, a 2 liter, let's say you can buy a gallon of soda for 99 cents. But for a gallon of water, you're going to pay $2.69 for it. It seems like all the stuff that is good for you costs so much, and the shit that's bad for you is cheap. Conspiracy theory. I'm going to go ahead and eat half of this stuff now for this salad, and then later on tonight we'll cook up that tilapia. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so tired. I've been just laying in this hammock watching YouTube videos, trying not to fall asleep. Started dozing off, so I woke up. Then my sister text messages me, Mom wants to know if you're alive. I respond, nope. She's like, she's laughing, but she said that's not funny. So called her, talked to her for a little bit. She told me she's got a friend coming over tomorrow. I think it was, she said, or Thursday. And she told me that I should say, hi, Miss Pat. How are you? I miss you. Oh, she'd get a kick out of that. Anyways, Miss Pat, I appreciate you watching. I didn't actually think you were watching all my videos. I knew you were catching up on some of them, though. Alright, I'm going to lay here for a little bit longer before I cook dinner. Gonna have that tilapia over top of salad. That's going to be good. That other salad I had with that beef jerky, oh, I ate that whole plate. I smashed it. And I'm going to smash that tilapia one too. All right, y'all. I forgot my mic was way down there. So I will talk at y'all later. Hopefully I don't fall asleep. Oh, that's an interesting change of events. So park employee came to pick up all the picnic tables out of the pavilion, and I was like, hey man, what about camping here? Oh yeah, you can camp anywhere here. Told me I could camp anywhere here. Told me I could even put a hammock up. Well, I don't know if you can see that white pickup truck, probably not, behind the trees over there. Cop just rolled up on me. They threw me out, ran me for warrants. She was cool about it and all, but it just makes me mad that one park employee says yes and then somebody else says no. It's like, come on, Tripp, somebody get a grip. Because now I have to go 10 miles down the road to go back to that lake and camp out with the cows. Not happy. Oh well, it happens. Let me get everything packed up and get out of here. What's going on, guys? 9 o'clock p.m. Look at that sunset. Isn't it beautiful? Hey, at least I get to ride in the sunset, right? So, some of you already know. Well, I'm sure all of you already know if you watched or follow me on Facebook. I got thrown out of the park by the police after I had a city employee. There was a guy working for the parks department, and he needed to come and grab all the picnic tables from the pavilion. And he asked me, he says, you staying the night? I said, well, yeah. I said, if I can camp here for free. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely camp here for free. He says, the only place you have to pay is if you have a camper, and then you got to get one of those electric spots. He says, but tent camping, no, you can camp here for free. I said, oh, awesome. I said, what about hammocks? I said, I got hammock with hammock straps so I don't damage the trees. Oh yeah, no, you can throw a hammock in the tree here. We're all good with that. We're real cool about that. I was like, all right, cool, thanks. So that's what I banked on. And I got everything set up. And then the cop comes rolling up on me. I don't know, it was probably about 8 o'clock, saying that she saw me and that she wasn't sure if anybody was allowed to camp here. So she called her commissioner or whatever. Oh no, no one's allowed to camp there. They have to camp in the camp pads. And I was like, well, okay, it's no problem. I get it. I said, but I did ask for permission, and I was told I could camp here for free and use a hammock. I said, so at least I asked for permission first. She's like, okay, yeah, cool. She says, but you're going to have to pack up and leave. I said, yeah, I get that. I said, I guess I'm going to go down to Tripp Lake and camp with the cows. She kind of laughed. She goes, well, I can't tell you if you can camp there or not, but she said, I don't go out that way. And yeah, there are cows there. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been out there today. I went to scope it out. And I said, all right. I said, I suppose I got to leave. She's like, yep. I said, all right, no problem. She sat there, pulled away to the pool and talked to somebody for probably about a half an hour. And finally left. I got my stuff up, packed up, moved out. And then a subscriber and personal friend of mine sends me a link to Mitchell 911 on Facebook, where they had posted a call of a suspicious, creepy older man hiding in the bushes at the pool at Tripp Pool Park. And I'm like, what? I have my bike leaning up against the tree with a bright yellow cover on my trailer, sticking out like a sore thumb, and I'm hanging out in my hammock. Creepy old guy hiding in the bushes. Okay. Well, then it gets even a little better when 911, Mitchell 911 page wants to lie about it. And say that I was just looking for a camping spot. Didn't mention anything about how I was given permission to camp there. And that the officer gave me a couple different options of campsites to go to, places where I could camp at. Never gave me one option. All she wanted was me to heck out of that park. That was all she wanted. Because she bought into the fear-mongering of whoever it was that said, there's some creepy old man hiding in the bushes at the pool. It's ridiculous. This is why, I know you guys have heard me say it before, I get aggravated when people drive by me and look at me like I'm a homeless bum. I'm not a homeless bum. They drive by and look at me with that look like they got questions, but they're too cowardly to come up and ask me the questions. All you have to do is come up and ask the question. Everybody knows me here. Everybody knows I am polite as can be. I look like a big mean grizzly bear. I look like I'll bite your nose off and spit it back in your face. The only thing you're gonna get out of me that's a bear is a bear hug. That's it. I'm too much of a nice guy for that. I am too much of an anti-pedophile to even tolerate people that would be hiding in the bushes at a park. Because believe me, if I saw some creepy old guy hiding in the bushes at the park, I wouldn't have waited to call the cops. I'd have went up there and drug his ass out of them bushes. So I'm not very happy with Tripp Police Department, the Tripp City Commissioner, or whoever the hell that is that runs that Mitchell 911 Facebook page. You, the person that runs that page, you're the reason I'm on this adventure, because all you want to do is make posts to get the clicks, to get the money. You want the drama, and you feed into the brain rot. And you even fed into one of your commenters commenting about, what? Some old guy hiding in the bushes? How sick. That is the stuff you thrive off of. But let it be known, karma is real. You thrive off of what destroys others. Karma, it's a bitch. Anyways, enough of the rant. I am on my way to the next city on my list, which I don't even remember what the name of it is, but I will be there in 4 more miles. Do they have a city park? No. They don't have nothing. But I'm just gonna go there, look, and then I guess I'm gonna go to, hey, let's get a kilt and go to Scotland, South Dakota next. Of course you can't see it. If you zoom in, you can see that nice red full moon. Of course, it's a full moon tonight. Boy, look at that sunset behind me. Isn't that freaking amazing? God, I love it. I wish I had eyes in the back of my head. I can't see it unless I'm filming. All right, y'all. I've made it to Kaylor, South Dakota. Stopped by Pep's Pub here and explained the situation and asked them, hey, do you mind if I just borrow your picnic table area for a minute so I can cook my dinner? So we got the, what is this? I can't remember what kind of fish that is. And a salad. We're gonna get it on real quick. Where's my spatula? My non-stick is not non-stick anymore, for those of you wondering. There we go. I forgot what kind of fish it is. I threw the bag away. Tilapia, that's it. So we got tilapia and a salad for dinner tonight. And then I will get back on the road. I gotta, I guess, make it to Scottsdale. There's no city park here I can possibly post up in. So Scottsdale is, let's see, Scotland, South Dakota. I don't know why I keep calling it Scottsdale. Scotland, 8.9 miles from here. So it should take me less than an hour to get there. And then they got a city park I'm sure I can post up in. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. Oh, by the way, everybody that reached out to Mitchell News 911 and the police department for Tripp, I appreciate each and every one of you. So I don't like night driving, but it's 11:03. I sat there and waited for Kim to come out of that bar for probably about a half hour, and let's just say my big head did some thinking and decided, let's go to Scottsdale. I have a feeling it probably could have been an interesting night if I stayed, for the simple fact that when she offered to let me have a shower, she said, I'll even wash your back. But yeah, that's not me. If I'm gonna be with somebody, I'm gonna be with somebody. I'm not just gonna lay with somebody. But anyways, enough of that about that nasty old stuff. We are 5.7 miles out of Scottsdale, and I'm hoping I can get away with pulling into that city park undetected. If not, I don't know what I'll do. Well, I know what I'll do. If I get detected, I'll leave, go down the road, I'll find one of these cutoffs and go to sleep. I just prefer to be in a town. If I'm not in a camping area where other people are camping, well then I'd rather be in a town. Safety in numbers, you know. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll let you guys know what happens when it happens. Alright everybody, it's 11:35. I rolled into Scotland. I'm sitting at the city park. It's lit up like a Christmas tree around here. I guarantee somebody's gonna see me. Call the cops. Or the cops are just gonna roll up on me and see me sitting there. So I'm gonna sleep with my ID in my hand, and there you go. But like I said, I left because I guess it was an honorable thing to do. I don't know. I mean, she was pretty buzzed. I could have very easily stayed and bumped uglies and been on my way, but that's not me. If there ain't emotion behind it, then it ain't happening. You guys don't need to know all that shit about me. Anywho, I'm tired. I didn't get no sleep last night, and probably not gonna get any sleep tonight either. So keep on keeping on.